Well, hello to everybody. Welcome back to another glorious day in Liberia. This is, of course, your dictator, Namembi Maxendius, coming to wish you a wonderful day. Hello again, guys. This is Agrippa with you, and a few changes here in Liberia. Of course, since we last fought, we beat Ivory Coast in a glorious war. Since then, I've merged this army together, the 18th Army, into just a massive attack force. And I think what I want to do is continue our assaults. But really, many people down below made some good points, and one of them is we desperately need to build up our infrastructure. So we're going to increase our low rail density over here. We're going to go to the Grain Coast. We're currently increasing low rail density, and I also want to build something in Monrovia, a research center. Why not? Let's also take a look over here at our capital of Conakry, and there's a power station being built. We want these being built all across our country, and that's kind of what's happening. In Bathurst, we want to probably build a power station too, and we also want to make sure that there's stuff being built on the ground. So let's go ahead, once again, low rail density. We just want to keep improving this. In fact, let me switch this to something different. No, we'll keep it at that, as a matter of fact. We've got riots going on in the north of our country, and these are mostly pagan and Islamic riots. So a lot of religious issues. Our people still want that theocracy, but we cannot let the dictatorship disappear, because if it does, our country is going to devolve into anarchy. There's no other way to put it. The fact is, we have way too many different religions in Liberia. I'm going to also make some open field farms here, even though we're okay on food. We're almost about to run out. And we're going to just basically need to make sure that the people never get that theocracy that they want. That will be the end of our country. I've considered disbanding a few of these units also, but I'm thinking since we are basically going to be attacking over here these two countries, I believe Ghana, as well as this fictional country of Upper Volta, I think that we probably want to keep the army intact. So we're going to go ahead and end the turn. If things start getting too difficult, we will, of course, change that. In fact, I'm going to go to our mobilization. And I'm going to at least change our mobilization here to basically just low readiness. This will free up some of our army, obviously, make us get some of the money back, and we can go ahead and focus on more important things. And apparently, we could also get fighters and bombers pretty soon. Let's end our turn. Okay, hopefully we don't... Actually, I was going to say hopefully we don't have a revolution, but I would like one. I'd like to cut down to size the theocrats in our country. If we could get less people to support theocracy, that's always a good thing, even if it means the deaths of many men. They must die for glorious dictator. And there we go, light cavalry, in Freetown. And I think that's probably a good idea to head to Freetown quickly. Take a look at the infrastructure here and just end the light cavalry. We don't really need any more, but we could certainly go ahead and build another recruitment center here, make it a little easier to get better infantry, etc. And we are still building that low rail density, so we haven't stopped that. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Pretty soon here, we're going to try to get some actual trade points with other nations, but I don't think we're going to do it yet. And in fact, I almost want to go to war with the Gold Coast before we do. But we'll wait and see if that's actually necessary. Look at this army, 79 to 199. This army is terrifying. So I'm tempted to go ahead and attack now, but I don't know if we should. Let's go ahead and end our turn, and while that's happening, I'm going to actually take some cavalry over here and send it into Ivory Coast. It's probably a good idea to be in here anyway. We just took these people over, and they're probably not too happy with that fact, so we want to go ahead and get some units here, just in case we need to defend this area against some sort of revolt. Just going to take these guys and send them by road to a glorious roads accommodate anybody. Let's end our turn. Okay, those trucks are on the way, and we need their support, so hopefully they'll get here fairly soon. But really, this turn is all about building our country up. I'm not sure if we're going to have a war. We might. I'm tempted to move into this area and take it over, but we're probably just going to wait until our infrastructure is nicely built, looks pretty good, and then we can focus on that. There's going to be another thing we're going to do here, but we'll get to it in a second. All right, engineers in Conakry. So we want to end the production there, basically where we're not producing any troops at all in this area. And let's grab our troops in Conakry, the engineers, and move them over here to Agnabi. And let's take a look at our government. So as you can see here, the support for our government is only 10%. We're going to try to do some things to change that. And I think one thing we can do is basically lower taxes. As you can see, taxes are pretty high. So let's lower them to, they're at 20%, let's lower them to 15%. We're also going to increase propaganda. We're going to spend 20% on propaganda. That's a lot. And we're also going to support religion, because this way the people won't be so crazy about needing religion in their lives. Corruption, we don't need. There is no corruption in the Liberian Republic. I've never heard of such crazy things. Here's $50. Do not tell anybody. Anyway, so we do also have a stockpile here, as you can see. We've actually mostly got food. We've got some fuel too, but in general, we want to go ahead and probably start selling food to another country. The problem is, few people need food, and that's really all we have to trade. Also, I want to take a look here. One more look at our government. And taxation level, 15%, blah, 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 blah. Let's see how this works. We're at 12% government support, so we've already gained government support just by making those minor changes. Let's see if next turn it's even better. That would be perfect. Kingdom of Ural. This is, of course, one of the Russian breakaway kingdoms. I think it's hilarious how in Russia, a bunch of kingdoms, Chechnya, Ural, all of these places have broken away and formed their own either theocracies or just regular kingdoms themselves. Okay, civil disobedience has ended in Kayor. That's good news. And now, of course, yes, we have completed military industrialization, guys. This is amazing. So now we're going to complete something else. Infantry weapons, too, would give us a huge boost in the weapons our infantry have. Maybe some automatic rifles. But then again, continuous distillation is going to get us the petrochemicals we need, the fuel we need. We just keep running out, and that might also be a good purchase. So I think I'm going to go for continuous distillation. I hope this is the right choice, of course. It might not be. And in the meantime, I'll send some of our troops over here to Matan, just to make sure that the enemy is being watched. We'll also move these guys by road down here, and I'm going to send one unit just to our capital here at Freetown. We'll go ahead and end our turn. Hopefully the enemy has nothing in store for us. They will be very friendly to us, always. I'm also very tempted to attack the kingdom next to us, but I think we'll hold off on Ghana for a little bit until we know for sure that we can win a war, and more importantly, that our country is up and running, because we've been at war so long, I'm sure that people are sick of it. They don't want to see another war unless absolutely necessary. But they don't get any requests. Okay, the Republic of Albania has broken away from Albania. That is really cool. So it looks like the Republic of Albania here, let's see what, Constitutional Republic. Well, that's the first time we've seen that happen. And it looks like they're fighting against the Kingdom of Albania? Is that possible? I know Albania's not a kingdom now. A monarchy, wow. So actually they're fighting against a monarchy here. I hope the Republic of Albania wins, or else Albania is pretty screwed in this game. As you can see, monarchies don't do well, and that's another reason we don't want this theocracy to flourish. If it does, not only will we become a religious state, excuse me guys, not only will we become a religious state, but our people will basically choose a king, and this is something that would ruin us. So government support has increased to 12%. Nothing to scoff at. Seems like it's not a lot, but it's pretty good. And another thing I want to take a look at here, there was a government setting. No, but we'd have to instigate a coup to do that, and I'm not sure we want to do that. So, yeah, just to switch this over to a different, like, for instance, switch this over to paganism and have a pagan dictatorship come into power. I don't know if I want to do it yet, but that's an idea. Instead of just having, you know, a theocracy, which is not going to do anything for us. Okay, and we're still making money. We're still getting food, guys. Let's hope that we still keep getting support of the people here. Moldova. Wow, we've got Moldova here. Maybe we can do a trade agreement with them. Right now, the only people willing to trade with us are the Americans, and they have no interest in food. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes in the end. Okay, I was thinking a revolution was going to occur. Nope, nothing. Alright guys, and just a quick look here at our army. I want to show you the makeup. As you can see here, we've got 3 Gambian units, 8 Guinean units, 8 Liberian units, and 1 Sierra Leonean. We truly are living in a extremely diversified country right now, and I'm starting to think maybe there is a nice form of government we can choose where you vote for me always, but that's not a dictatorship. Maybe a democracy, I don't know. We left a democracy before, so it would be pretty crazy to jump back into one, but one thing I am considering is going to war with these 2 countries immediately, Ghana and Kingdom of the Upper Volta, which is a breakaway from Ghana, and going ahead and taking them over, adding to our glorious empire, and seeing if that would work. Of course, if you guys think I should also disband some of these units, let me know in the comments down below. I basically kept them around because I don't want to have to rebuild our army after, you know, another war begins. In this case, only 25% mobilization, so only 25% of reserves are getting into this army. Someone retires. We need basically 4 people to retire before we recruit another soldier. So I think that's going to work all right, but of course it's definitely going to hurt our rail capacity, and this is why our supply rate is down. We probably do have to get rid of a few of these guys, but I'm going to let you guys decide. Don't forget to hit that like button, post in the comments down below, and share this series with your friends. We have come very far together, my friends, and I certainly hope that you are looking forward to a bright, glorious future for Liberia. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and for everybody here, happy holidays. Have a great time with your families, and if you don't have families or friends or anything like that, you know you can always stop by the Agrippa Maxenius channel and have a fun time. Take care, guys. Thank you, and have a great day. Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of our Austerlitz campaign with Napoleon, of course. We are trying to take all of Austria, and I think so far we're doing a pretty great job. So far our armies aren't really that in need of equipment, of supply depots, that sort of thing. They seem to be holding up pretty well on their own. So all I'm going to do is actually take a look here with Masséna, and actually see if I could change his stance to something better than just stationary. So we're going to go ahead and try to see if he can... No, he's still not able to. We could try to just defend here and not let Fremont pass by. And actually got 966 men. I think I'm just going to move in. And I'm actually going to target Fremont's force directly, but since I'm defending, it's really going to depend on whether or not Fremont is willing to attack me. Now, Bernadotte over here still hasn't taken this damn city, and I feel like he never will. So we're going to go ahead and just have him move over here. Hopefully he'll get there in 11 days, and then we'll move towards Munich, of course, which is our main goal, I believe. Salzburg, excuse me, would also be very nice to have, and Linz even better, but Munich is really what I'm after in this particular attack. So let's see if it works out. Of course, it's probably going to take 2 turns at least to get there, but that doesn't mean we can try. So let's go ahead. We'll hit the next turn button,